The girl was still taking pictures when she suddenly realized something strange. The jumping machine in front of her clearly wrote the slogan "diving at a high altitude." But the V in the photo did not light up, which meant death at a high altitude. Wendy subconsciously looked up and saw that the V in the sign had not gone out. Just as she was wondering if it was her friend who had come over, her doubts were instantly put behind her. But just as they were about to go to play roller coaster when the wind whistling past directly hit her face. Ghostly. He looked at the track, immediately surged an inexplicable uneasiness. The next thing she saw was a strange sign at the entrance that said, "After this door, you're dead. I'll be waiting for you." She couldn't help but look around and noticed that the screws on the track overhead seemed to be a little loose. This made Wendy's anxiety grow stronger and stronger. She always felt that something bad was going to happen, but the others didn't seem to care. In order not to upset her boyfriend, Wendy had to sit in the last row. His thrill-loving boyfriend, Jason, sat in the front row and arranged for his best friend to accompany Wendy until she sat down and fastened the seat armrests. Wendy finally felt more relaxed, but did not realize that the hydraulic pipe above her head was leaking, and took out her camera to take a souvenir of it. But the staff immediately stopped because this kind of easy-to-fall objects are very easy to cause accidents. Kevin was too busy to put it in his pocket, but his other hand was full of chewing gum. The lewd men in the front rows also hastily stuffed the camera into their clothes, but they didn't want to sow the seeds of a disaster. As the staff pressed the button, a real journey of death was about to begin. Soon entered the first steep slope of the rapid sense of weightlessness makes everyone excited to scream. No one noticed that the hydraulic sense leakage is getting worse and worse. At this moment, the dirty man took out his camera, but the camera fell and hung on the track below. The next second the track pressed over the hydraulic pipe instantly broke. All the safety handrails all automatically popped open. At this moment, people who realized the danger panicked and screamed in fear in the air, but the gears of doom were already turning and could not be stopped. When the speeder turned a corner again, one of the wheels flew off and the speeder broke apart in an instant. The front two sections of the car fell from the sky, and Blackie at the back was instantly thrown out of his seat. Kevin was busy reaching out to grab it, but it was futile. Just now was all Wendy's hallucination. When she came to her senses, she realized that she was holding a camera in her hand, and the staff reminded her that she could not take pictures. Kevin was busy putting the camera in his pocket, but his other hand was full of gum. Wendy suddenly remembered that this was exactly the same as in the hallucination. The staff was about to start the car when Wendy lost control of her emotions and screamed. At this moment, everyone thought she was crazy and talking nonsense, but the supervisor still let someone open the handrail. Wendy rushed out of the car to explain the disaster she had seen in her hallucination, but it sounded ridiculous to anyone. Blackie even yelled at him. A furious Kevin went up to talk to him, but a confrontation broke out, even involving some of his classmates. The supervisor immediately kicked these people out of the car, and a few of the girls who had been spoiled also followed out of the car. The boyfriend in the front wanted to get out of the car to check on Wendy, but his voice was drowned out by the voices of the people in the back urging the car to start. The man simply ignored it and started the car. Wendy suddenly remembered that her boyfriend was still in the car and returned to tell them to stop, but she was thrown out of the arena again. And the next moment, disaster struck.